Hello and welcome to the High or Lows podcast, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast set in the world of Taraz. I'm Philip Martin, your Dungeon Master, and with me is Lizzie McPherson.
Hey, lovelies.
Next up, we've got Laurie Crawford.
Good evening, everyone.
And next in line, we have Meeraiya.
Rise.
And last for tonight is Mimbo Wang.
Hey everyone.
Unfortunately, Daniel Fletcher had some family stuff come up, so we will not be able to be in this episode unless he shows up later, but we wish him well. And let's get into the episode. So, previously on the High or Lows podcast, we began with the group attempting to take a quiet, short rest behind a barricaded door as Candle led a mysterious enemy away. As they waited for Candle to return, they took a quick inventory of the room, but most were hesitant to disturb anything before they'd had an opportunity to rest. Tweak wasn't so patient, however, and was especially curious about the contents of a locked stone chest. While they took their respite, Thistle experienced flashbacks from her former life, which included fires and screaming and mayhem, but was unsure of the context, and it left her lost in remembrance. Tweak's curiosity eventually got the better of him, and he went over to open the chest with the aid of some of their scavenged tools. Inside, they found a few interesting items, including a book written in Dwarvish that none was able to read, and a couple of curios. Candle returned and explained that there was a Karen crawler moving about, and got Baracus and Callum to assist in moving two of the fresher bodies so as to keep it away from the group. After completing their rest and taking inventory of their treasures, they continued further into this dwarven ruin and found their way to a large meeting hall of some sort, where many ancient bones of goblins and dwarves lay scattered among the floor. They did notice two fresher bodies lying in the southwest quadrant, evidently two more victims of the animated armors or some other nefariousness, which was still standing on the western side of the southern wall, guarding this long-dead compound. They noticed these two bodies had some gear amongst them and were considering ways to take it for themselves without activating the armor. And this is where we'll jump in, with the tired group trying to gather supplies from two long-fallen, exiled convicts, who in many ways are similar to our familiar crew.
So, should we try and pick them off from afar? Or should we go in and be ready for an attack?
Think
We'll try to scout ahead.
Yeah, or a ranged attack to even see if it will activate.
I won't be.
They're dormant right now.
I won't be too much help there, but at least I can stand in between you and them, and kind of get in a defensive posture.
While the party's doing that, I'm gonna wild shape back into my spider form.
Okay. This is Chuck, do you activate your telepathy with the spider?
Yeah, I'll activate as a bonus action.
And so you guys sort of line up on the northern wall, or where you originally came in?
Yes.
I guess so.
Well, you're scouting ahead, I thought, now, so
I am.
that is out of the window.
So you're going to try to activate them? Or what would you like to do?
Well, there's no point activating them if Thistle's going to scout. We don't want to split the party.
Where would you like to scout?
So I'm just trying to think the tunnels that we went down.
Okay. So you've got this tunnel going, the tunnel you came in on there's two tunnels on the northern wall and one tunnel on the southern wall. You came in the western tunnel on the northern wall. There's still another one on the eastern wall. And then there's another tunnel going south.
I want to check the eastern wall and then check the southern hall, and then come back to the party.
Okay, so you're going to go up the northern tunnel first, on the eastern side of the room?
Eastern side of the room first.
Yep, but northern or southern tunnel. So north, you came in from the north, you could go south, it's further away.
Yeah, I was just trying to think, south.
You want to go south?
Yep.
Okay.
Lock it in, Eddie.
Alright, you start going south. What are you doing as you walk along?
So I start on the ground, and then I make my way along the crevice between the floor and the wall, trying to stay kind of out of sight.
Okay, then give me a stealth roll.
13.
Okay. And you start moving down this tunnel.
Yes, I do.
Okay. It seems to be more of the same worked stone, sort of like it's a 10-foot by sort of 10-foot tunnel essentially. Maybe even more like 10 foot by 8 foot, a little bit wider than it is tall. It goes for about 100 feet and then it turns left. You see a little bit of like crumbled stone in the tunnel going left. And there's still more bones scattered about, but nothing piques your interest.
All right. Well, then I'll make my way back to those crossroads, and then I'll go down that other tunnel.
Okay, so you go back to the meeting hall room where the rest of the group is.
Yes.
And you go back off to the north.
So, just to be clear, and I know I'm saying this, and Thistle could understand but would not be able to reply. We're going north now, and those statues do activate. We will not. The tactic will have changed. The tactic of attacking from ranged. We are not doing that anymore.
No, the armor, 2 sets of armor that you can see are on the southern wall on the western side. And that's where the bodies are. The bodies are in that quadrant, about 20 feet away from those.
And did Thistle just investigate that area?
No, Thistle went down a tunnel on the southern side, on the eastern side of the southern wall.
So there's a third option, and that's southern western. Hasn't been taken yet. That'll be the last one.
There is no tunnel on the western side going south. Just these 2 sets of armor and the bodies. But yeah, Thistle is coming back through the room. You walk forward to the armor?
No, I don't. I'm just saying, anywhere to go now is forward, I guess. So we're waiting, holding.
Yeah, well, this is just doing her spidery scout.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you go down on this other northern tunnel, and it seems to just go for a little while and then turn left, and you realize that's actually back to where you originally started.
Too easy. All right. So at least we have a bit of direction of where to go. So I'll go back and join up with the rest of the party, and I will relay my information to Chuck to relay to them.
I'm still looking down that room where we saw the backpacks and wondering what is our tact here.
So that's a big room that you're in. Like, it's a big room with like a stone podium in the middle, like a big sort of 10 foot by 10 foot sort of square where you must have been some sort of stage or meeting room or something. And the armor is in the southwestern quadrant.
Is that raised up?
Yep.
Maybe we could stand on that and you guys can just fire off at it. I won't be much help, but at least then they won't be able to just charge us straight up.
And what's your intention here? You would go up there with shield in hand and back Thistle up? Because she'll be up close.
Oh, yeah, I'll probably stand in between you and the stage area. Or I could be up on the stage itself and just in front of you.
Yeah, because I'm better off. I will do ranged if kiting if we need to, but I'm always better off in melee. And if 2 others are going to be there, then I should be there as well.
Well, give me an insight check or an arcana check as you guys are preparing for this battle.
Okay.
6.
Yeah, you don't pick up what I'm vibing on.
Yeah, it's a 6 for me as well, insight.
Yeah, continue strategizing.
Well, you might be able to get a volley off before they get to us. So maybe just do a pew-pew, and when they get close, you can whack them.
Okay. I think Thistle should be the one to go in first, because she's doing it stealthily, I imagine.
Well, they seem to just activate when Tweak got within range of them, they just kind of came to life and attacked. So I'm thinking just fire things at them from a range.
I mean, I can do that if, unless other people feel they'll be better at ranged.
Well, that
Oh, I can't say anything in spite of them to you.
You can speak to Chuck.
Do I hear this? What's going on
I
behind me?
assume you came back to the room. Like they were just sort of like this is they were probably planning their move as you left, and then eventually you came back, and so they're probably looking at the stage, planning their move.
The discussions, I'm kind of waiting for Thistle to come back because a lot of it's got to do with her scouting.
Right. No, because like I'm pretty sure I am back. I've already checked the tunnels and worked out with what direction that we should go down. So I guess I hear what you're saying to Callum, and I relay to Chuck, saying, "Well, I'm good at ranged and in melee, so
well, you're a spider right now, and you probably don't want to waste resources.
true. But at the same time, I'm good at both."
So how do you want to plan this?
And energy, kind of energy blast will come into my hand. I will prep a ranged Eldritch Blast. Look around to the group. Give it a moment.
I'll see him like starting that, raise my shield and scimitar, and just get ahead of him by about 20 feet.
Are you on the stage or are you still on the ground?
Me? I'm not. Don't know about Baracus.
Am I around about 30 feet?
Stage is only about 4 feet high, and that's you can. The stage is 10 feet. It's about 30, 40 feet away.
Sure. What about 30 from these these armor things that we're... Yep, perfect. So I will...
Well, it's more like you're probably about 35 feet away from the closest corner to the closest armor.
I'll kind of get in within like 30-ish feet from them, so I might need to take a step in as this energy's kind of going off into my hands, and I will fire an Eldritch Blast.
I suppose if he's that close, then I would probably be literally just in front of him.
Yeah. Candle would have gotten up on the stage because he can just climb up there really quickly. What are you doing, Chuck?
Watching patiently.
So are you staying on the ground, or are you climbing up on the stage, or what are you doing?
No, I'm gonna stay on the ground and just watch and maybe ready in action to like mind sliver or firebolt anyone who like tries to attack my teammates.
It'll still be like initiative, but yeah, you can like theoretically get ready, ready yourself. Okay. Tweak's gonna stay on the ground too on his steel defender, and just be ready to go. Okay. So if you guys are doing attacks, then we will roll initiative.
19 here. Wait, sorry, not 19. 17.
It's an 8 for Thistle.
8 for Thistle, 17 for Callum,
9 for Chuck.
9 for Chuck.
And 11 from me.
Okay, sorry, just organizing my little initiative table here, and then we will get into it. First up of the rank is Callum.
Well, I don't really want to get closer and let them know we're here, so I am just going to take the dodge action and just keep in front of Baracus.
Yep, so you're basically, 30 feet away from these things almost.
Yeah.
35 feet, right on the edge of their visibility. Okay.
That'd be me.
Baracus.
Okay, 15 to hit with an Eldritch Blast.
You level your hand and send a blast out, and it does not make contact. Oh, actually, high or lows?
Loose.
It does not. It sort of just goes over their shoulder. The shoulder of this armor.
Maybe they didn't notice.
Chuck.
Yeah. What are my options? Can I blast it?
You firebolt, or you could try to mind sliver.
Wow, I've already readied my action for firebolt.
Yeah, so firebolt.
So in effect, like readying an action before combat is useless, basically.
Yeah, it still comes down to initiative. But the weird thing about this initiative is the animated armor went right after Callum, and this is a surprise round. So if you guys keep missing and they don't notice, you'll get 2 surprise rounds.
Okay.
You do have advantage though. Actually, Baracus, you would have had advantage too.
Okay. Oh, well, in that case, it would be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, you hit. In that case, and so yeah, Chuck, we will have advantage on this hit. Again, you can do an insight or Arcana roll if you didn't do one before.
Yeah, not much effect on the Arcana roll. I rolled a 4. Even with Arcana, it's pretty useless. Yeah, so it's yeah, I think I hit. So I rolled a 14, which is I think
Should be at least the 19, 20.
yeah, 19, 20-ish.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay.
Are you guys focusing fire on the same one or going for different?
Two fire damage.
Okay. And how much was yours, Baracus?
And I've shot 3 points of force damage into the other shoulder. The same creature.
Yeah. Thistle.
I'm gonna move ahead and try and scuttle through and try and avoid them.
So there's nothing behind them except wall. But you know they are there.
Well, I'm gonna try and get through to that corner behind them.
There's okay. You'd be able to do that if you were prepping to do that and with your movement.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
can't-
you guys were going for the closer one, the more central room one. So this one would be the untouched one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's your movement. Do you want to attack it?
Yeah, I'll attack it on the way through.
Or you
I'll
could
go to
dodge?
I'll try to bite its ankle on my way through. So
Again, there is no behind it. You'll be in the corner.
but I gotta go past it.
You don't
No,
have
there's
to.
nothing. There's nothing past them.
We're kind of
They're against a wall.
like, if you start
It's-
running ahead, I'll be like, "What are you doing?"
But classic Thistle, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, classic. It's perfect.
we're waiting for them.
There's nothing
Oh,
wrong with what you're doing. It's fine. Like you've dealt with these armors before. Like
So yeah, I'll go up and I'll bite its ankle.
Yep.
So that's a 17 for the hit.
you sort of go against the armor and ting can't quite do
Yep.
any significant damage.
And I'm like thinking to myself, crap.
You still have a bonus action. If is Spore Form a bonus action or is that an action?
Spore form. That's a
Might be.
reaction.
Anyway, on your turn you've got your reaction and your action. So yeah, so you got some stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I just wasn't sure if I can do that while I'm in spider form.
Okay. So Callum, you're up.
I would just say, "What the fuck," under my breath again, and just start going towards. I'm 35 feet away from them, so I'll be 5 or 10 feet away from the closest, and I'll take the dodge action again.
Okay. So yep. So you'd be closer to the one that Thistle's not engaged with.
Yeah.
Cool. It is their turn. One of them is going to turn and try to bash Thistle. It gets a 22 to hit
That hits.
and does 6 damage. You can do your reaction though.
I would. Okay. Oh, since I can, yeah, I'll do my reaction.
What do I have to roll? What kind of save?
Con save.
Rolled a 2 on the dice. So yeah, it takes the damage.
Yeah, 1d4 damage. So
1d4.
that's 3 damage.
And that's necrotic.
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. And then the other one is going to try to attack Callum with disadvantage. And that's a nat 1. High or lows, Laurie?
Highs.
It manages to hold its ground. It does not go prone. Baracus.
Okay. That's flipped a little bit, so I will run in, and yeah, well, it sounded like this was right up next to one, so I'm going to go press that one creature.
You'd only be able to press the one engaged with Callum, and you wouldn't be able to flank unless you had more than 30 feet of movement this round. You'd be able to flank either of them next round.
Yeah, you're right. I can't flank. This was one, but I can't flank Callum's
No,
one,
because you'd only advanced 5 feet towards him, and so you don't.
Okay,
But you can run and
that's
engage
fine.
it in melee.
Yep, that's fine. I'll do that.
And then you'd be fighting shoulder to shoulder with Callum.
Yep. Quite used to that tactic, so let's go for a swing. Well, that was a natural one.
And that one? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Tweak, at this point, picks up like, oh, I forgot something in the other room. I'll be back. And just runs away. Candle goes, shit, I'll make sure he doesn't die. And they're out of this fight. Chuck, what would you like to do?
Yes.
What would you like to do? You've got one set of armor engaged with Callum and Baracus, and one with Thistle. And Tweak has just run away with Candle, going to protect him.
He has run away. Can I shoot him in the back?
Good, but he just had to go somewhere.
That's fine. I take a shot at the one that's going after Callum.
Yep.
15.
Actually, that misses. But you're still far away, aren't you?
Yeah.
You have advantage.
I rolled even worse, so I definitely miss.
Fortunately, yeah, you did not hit. Okay. Thistle.
I'm gonna take another bite. There's a 19 hit.
Does.
Sweet. And that's 4 damage.
4 damage. Cool. Yeah, this time it seems to take a bit of damage as you bite your teeth into it, but the poison has nowhere to go in. Cool. Anything else? That's your turn?
That's my turn.
Alright, Callum.
I'm going to do a sneaky get round the back of him and attack with advantage.
Yep. Absolutely can.
That would be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
4 plus. That's 9 slashing.
9 slashing, thanks to your temporarily magical scimitar.
And then I am going to move back next to Baracus.
Okay. Now it is the animated armor's turn. One is going to go straight forth with you. And that is only a 9 to hit, so that will miss. One is going to sort of pick between these two targets next to him that are slashing at him. So odds for Callum. It decides to go for Callum. And that's an 18 to hit.
That hits, yep.
But it's only 4 damage.
Cool.
As its shoulder charges you a little bit. It's just like a frat bro, just sort of dissing you, shoulder charge.
What the fuck, bro?
And then that's their turn. Baracus.
Alright, I see the maneuver here, so from the other side I'll kind of wheel myself around to flank and strike. Yep, so 22.
Hits.
And that's going to be yep, so definitely. So it's 13 damage.
13 damage. Oh, two-handed, yeah. Big damage. You take a big chunk out of this thing. I would say it loses an arm as you just sort of come hard into its shoulder with 2 hands. hits.
And then before the arm even hits the ground, I am back in position, kind of shoulder and shoulder.
Yep. Oh, I forgot. On the armor's turn, Thistle, you could have done your reaction. As it
Okay,
tried to
no, I'll
hit
do
you.
that.
Yep, it got an 11 on its con save.
Another 3 damage.
Another 3 damage. Chuck.
Yeah, I got nothing else to do. Mind sliver isn't gonna work, so I'll like shoot it.
Advantage.
Roll 2 18, so I assume I hit.
Yep.
Oh man, it's 1 fire damage. Damn it.
Are you going for the one that Baracus and Callum are double teaming, or helping out Thistle?
Yes, that's correct. Double teaming.
Triple teaming, to be specific now. Thistle.
Okay, well, I'm gonna continue trying to bite it on the ankles and work my way out on the one that I'm working on. So,
Yep, you're just chipping away at this one on your own.
exactly. I'm all on my own doing this. Oh well. 15.
That will miss, unfortunately, as you sort of
But
can't quite get through the armor.
fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Alright, back to Callum.
Wheel around, attack with advantage.
Yep.
That's a 21
That hits.
and 5 damage total. No, not 5,
Five.
sorry, 11.
11.
It's better.
5 is my plus. I rolled
5 is your
6.
plus. You're alright. So that's you take another big slash and you take like the forearm off of this thing. It is looking in bad shape.
It only has a 3 arm left.
And then it is the armor's turn. One is going for Thistle. And that is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
You take 5 damage. Oh, these
Yep.
things make 2 attacks. Whoops.
Oh,
And that's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
4 more damage.
that's
I'm
a
out of
whole
spider
different thing.
form.
Okay. And then this one's just gonna just sort of go and try to attack both of you.
Get out of there!
So it's gonna go for Callum, and that's a 23 to hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
4 damage, and then Baracus is only a 6 to hit.
It's
So-
not hitting anyone.
And you can do your reaction, Thistle.
1d4.
It got a 15.
That makes it.
That makes it so it's still half damage.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No damage.
No damage?
Oh, no damage, sorry.
Okay.
Decepted.
Baracus.
Okay. Let's end this thing, shall we? 18 to hit.
That hits just.
And 11.
11 damage. You cut this thing down.
Okay, and straight over to flank with Thistle over there.
Sure.
Still
Sure.
yelling, if you need to get out and go ranged, Callum's coming, back me up. It's up to you.
Sure.
I'm good at ranged and in melee, so I can survive.
Chuck,
Yeah.
what would you like to do? It's your turn.
What can I do except miss?
You got spells.
You have advantage as well.
Yeah, I know. 20.
That hits.
1. 2 damage. I've not rolled over 3. Even
Wow.
Mhm.
At least you're rolling to hit, though. That's a little bit better than the other game.
With the D10, right?
It all adds up. Thistle.
Well, now that I'm back in thistle form, I'm gonna hit it with my quarterstaff.
Just straight up.
Yep, straight up.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit?
Yep, just hits.
And that's 7 damage.
7 damage. Nice.
That's with Shillelagh.
Oh, okay. So you did Shillelagh first. As your bonus action.
Yeah.
So you're gonna move or are you standing ground?
I'm standing my ground.
Okay. Callum.
Okay, There's obviously no space for me to get a flanking? Because I think
No,
those
this
two
one's
are.
still up against a wall, and Baracus and Thistle are flanking.
Perfect. No, that's fine. So I'm going to position myself. I suppose I can go within 5 of either of them, can't I?
You can.
Yeah, perfect. I'll go there and just take a swing at them.
I know what your plan is.
I think we all do.
Hey, it's a valid tactic. Ooh,
Kept us alive thus.
17 plus. Yep, I think I'll hit.
Their AC is 18. They're just like wearing full plate.
Yeah, I thought so.
They are full plate.
That would be 8 damage total.
Okay. It is its turn, so I'm guessing you do your reaction, Thistle. Squirt some mushroom treats at it. And it goes to 20 that time, so that passes.
That misses. Yeah.
Now let's see who it's gonna go for. That's gonna be 1 on Baracus. 2 on Baracus, actually.
Ooh.
As it whirls around and tries to slam into Baracus. And that's an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
And a 19 to hit. So it's going to be 2 hits.
Well, it makes sense that I'd intercept the first one.
Yep. How much do you reduce that damage by?
Drop that dice, I'll get another one.
I just rolled max damage. 8 damage.
Whew. Well, it's 4 plus proficiency, so 6.
Okay, so you only take 2 damage as that one gets deflected,
That'll
Baracus.
do.
And then that's a 2 on the dice, so 4 damage total. And that's it, Baracus.
Huh. 2 and a 3. So that's a whiff and a whiff.
That's unfortunate. Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can wheel around. Yeah, you'd be able to wheel around and get a clear shot, even though it's sort of being surrounded.
22.
Yeah, hits.
A 1. I really did not know that.
Wow.
I was going to say, if you roll a 1 or a 2 this next one, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, that is terribly unlucky.
This is all your turn. You're flanking with Baracus.
Lucky me. All right. Sorry. 15.
That misses, unfortunately.
And I'm rolling bad now. So that's my
Damn it.
turn.
And we've got Callum.
Okay, I'll just take a normal swing. I'm rolling good on my dice. 17 plus 5.
That hits. You're the one person with a magical weapon right now, so
Yeah. And then 6 damage total.
6 damage. Yeah, this thing's starting to look beat up. It's just being chipped away bit by bit. Hasn't taken as many big hits. It's its turn, so you're gonna do your spores. Thistle. 14. Probably
It
passes.
makes it 14 passes.
Is it going to? Ooh, it really doesn't like Baracus for some reason. That's a 23 to hit.
Indeed.
And the second one's only a 9.
Intercept.
Okay.
It's only 3 damage off.
5 damage, so 2 total.
How many times can you do that? Is it like a limited time or
Unlimited
Just
every reaction.
reactionary? Oh, that's very nice.
Very good reaction. Like, and basically, you need to be using a shield, right?
A shield or a
Or
weapon.
melee.
You can actually.
Yeah, so you're just sort of deflecting the blow a little bit.
Yeah.
Baracus.
Okay, so is there a separate 5 foot that I can move, or that I can kind of make a hit, make room for Callum, let
Yes.
him move in, because I know he's got a bit of a better weapon.
You would need to squeeze through your space, but yes.
Okay, I will.
Or you would need to squeeze through his space.
Yeah, I've got the movement for it. As long as I don't get an attack of opportunity, I'm fine with that.
I mean, this thing is a dumb suit of armor that's just hitting instinctively, so like, yeah.
Narratively, it kind of makes sense I did that because I rolled, that'll be 12.
Total?
12 total, yeah.
Yeah, that misses.
So tink, miss, and I'll move out of the way.
Yeah. So it's Chuck's turn. So Chuck, you've got to sort of also move around in order to get a clear shot as Baracus is sort of moving around this thing, circling.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Do I still have advantage? I don't need it.
Do. Yeah. And it's because this thing's blind sight is limited. It can't see you.
I can feel that.
Oh, goddamn! Finally, 9 fire damage.
9 fire damage, nice. That's what you didn't get on your insight and Arcana rolls before. That it can't see you. Thistle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a hit again.
This time you do not have advantage. And
Okay.
can't actually get it.
Okay.
He's on the wall, yeah.
Well, because Bracket's moved out, yeah, so there's no line to get.
Oh, good. 16.
That misses, unfortunately.
Okay. Oh well. I'll hold my ground.
Sorry.
So that was Thistle's turn, so now it's Callum, and you can move to flank with Thistle.
Yeah, I will. Oh. Just double checking. Yeah, good, I do have the plus. 20 total.
Yep.
6 plus 5, 11.
You cut it down, and it crumbles with a big cut as you slash this thing. And we are out of initiative.
Well, I hope whatever's in those bags was worth it. Probably filled with rocks.
Let's go find out, shall we? I'll go over and have a look.
Just give me 2 minutes, or 1 minute. I just gotta check on my cat 1 sec.
No problem. Let's see if I'll find a cat in this in these backpacks. Meow.
Alright, hopefully that was enough of a pat to get her off my case for a sec. Okay, so what would you like to do? You've got this shorter and this regular-sized humanoid.
Well, let's have a look at them. See what they are and what they got.
Okay. So, you notice in the shorter humanoid, it looks like when they went down, they were carrying a dagger and a torch. They're wearing a pack. And the other one looks like they have a bow, a short bow and a quiver, and a backpack on their back. And they went down with a scimitar and dagger in hand.
Anyone use bows?
I could. But does
One more
anybody
time
else?
there. Dagger, torch, scimitar,
There's a
second
few.
dagger.
There's a few extra things if you go and pick over their bodies like so fully. So the halfling, as you discover, is wearing leather armor and in total has a sling and a few just stones to use as bullets. 2 daggers in total, and their backpack contains and they also were torched by the ground, a half burned one. The backpack has a water skin, 4 more torches, a tinderbox, a crowbar, 25 feet of rope, 4 pitons, and a set of thieves' tools and some rotting rations.
That's already worth it.
The other one appears to be some sort of like human-ish something. Looks pretty human, but maybe there's some slightly elvenness to them. They're wearing hide armor, and they have a short bow and a quiver with 11 arrows, another goblin scimitar, and a crappy dagger. And they also have a backpack with moldy bedroll, another water skin, 2 torches, a mess kit, and some rotting rations.
Well, supplies is always good. Did anyone not have a backpack? Thistle, did you have one?
I don't remember. I don't think I did. I've just been carrying my stuff around in a makeshift thing.
Well, you're more than welcome to pick this one up.
Sweet. I now have a bag.
We'll take the other one. Might leave everything in it, and I'll just take the dagger out, put it at my side. I never had a dagger, never picked up a dagger, so that'll be handy.
Yeah, so it's 3 daggers in total and a scimitar, the short bow with 11 arrows and a quiver, and a sling, as far as weapons go. And then some leather armor and some hide armor. Nothing fancy, sort of similar to what you guys have already picked up.
Yeah.
Probably even worse.
Yeah,
I'll
well,
take the. I was just gonna say that I'll just take the halfling's pack, and the human one has the 11 arrows. The 11 arrows don't really. I can't really do anything with them.
I might grab the bow. I won't use it often, but I at least can.
There you go. 11 arrows as well. Take them.
Sorry, Liz, I just realised that druids can't use bows, so I thought I'd just grab it.
Still good.
This armor looks okay. No good for me, but there's hide here. There's leather. Waste not, want not.
Yeah, well, if someone needs it, go for it. I've got a set of leather on myself.
Hey, Barakas, what's your passive perception?
That's an ominous question, isn't it? Look, it's a 10.
Okay. And what was yours, Callum?
16, but I think Thistle's got me beat.
Yeah, okay. Callum, when you, in the heat of the fight, after you finished defeating the armor, you felt a little bit of heat by your feet. Just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit of heat.
That's weird. I guess thinking back on it, I might go to that spot and just kind of inspect it, or maybe while I'm doing that, even say, look, I felt something weird while I was fighting that guy. Felt some heat.
Heat? Whereabouts?
I'd point to the location of the fight and just while I was taking the last swing at that guy, just kind of felt radiating.
Yeah, you were sort of against the wall when this happened, because it never actually moved from its spot against the wall. So you were sort of in between where these two armors were standing.
As if you felt it coming from underneath you, or is it his heat that's on your body?
Yeah, it was more felt around the foot level.
Guess look down that area for any vents or something on the wall.
Yeah, give me perception checks if you're having a look.
18.
Yeah, you're definitely feeling this heat coming from like a sliver. What's everyone else getting on their perception check?
I'm going to do a perception around the room, seeing that Callum's doing that to kind of, if there's another side of this puzzle.
Okay. What about Chuck and Thistle?
Thank you.
23.
So what's Thistle doing specifically?
I'm checking out the whole area. Like, after we've gone through the bags, I'm just checking out the whole area because I feel like something just feels off.
Okay, so you're more checking out the whole room with same as is Barakas. What about you, Chuck?
I don't know. I'll probably just hang.
Just hanging out, just sitting on the stage in the middle, just watching everyone work.
Indeed.
Okay, so Callum draws everyone's attention to this particular spot that he's interested in, and everyone just sort of wanders away distractedly, checking out other parts of the room. Callum, you definitely feel a sliver of heat coming from sort of this 10-foot part of the wall in between where the armors was guarding, and maybe just a little bit of a. It feels like there's a gap there. Thistle, you don't notice anything particularly out of your perception. Barakas, I'm guessing your perception wasn't a bit better than a 23.
No.
Yeah, Thistle, you don't necessarily notice anything too that you haven't noticed in this room already. Lots of bones, bits of scrap metal and stuff. Yeah, you don't necessarily. Yeah, even with a 23, you've sort of already had a look around this room a bit.
Fair enough.
Thistle,
Yes.
you've got as good senses as I, if not better. Come over here, have a look at this area. It feels
Okay.
hot to me. I don't know, there might be something behind here, or...
not an insane level of heat, but it is like just like a little bit of a hot breeze coming out, like a little bit of heat permeating from this through this sliver.
Yeah, like you could put your hand up on it and feel it, and then move your hand a foot away, and it wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I can do that.
Okay, so you get over on the ground. Are you gonna get? So it's like this sliver in the bottom on the ground level. What are you gonna do?
Oh, first I'm gonna like put my hand up, see if I feel anything, put it away, and then back again, type of thing.
See how crazy Callum is?
You're not crazy. I mean, you have some wits. You have some wits compared to other people in the party. So, I think I had a pittance in my belongings. So I'm gonna try and make this crack a little bit bigger, but not too big.
Okay, so it's probably too small to even get a piton in there. Like it's just a sliver, but it's like the sliver. You can feel it all the way 10 foot across. Just this sliver of something coming as you put your hand out to feel. But you don't think you'd be able to get a piton in there.
Well, it's definitely a heat source. I call out to Chuck saying, "Can you just do a little bit of damage to this area? I want to see what's underneath." Chuck, is he still on the stage playing around?
Probably just distracted.
Yeah, he's just distracted, mumbling to himself. It's like he's talking to himself.
Yeah. Could you come over here? I could do with some help.
I mean, he's still distracted. Unless you want to get his attention somehow.
I don't know if he'll be able to do much to solid stone.
Well, fair enough. Or maybe the two of us could do something combined.
Now, would there be enough gap to maybe start hammering in a bit of a crowbar and getting a bit of a widening the gap a
It
bit?
really is just a little sliver.
Yeah, okay, that's small.
You could investigate.
Yeah, I'm happy to investigate.
I'll assist her if I can.
Sweet. That's a 17.
So you're feeling around this thing. You're investigating. You're getting in. You get your face down low, and you try to look through this crack. And there's just a little bit of flickering light coming through this crack as well that you can see. And this is probably one of the first sort of consistent light sources you've seen in this place that wasn't one of your own.
Yeah.
And you're sort of looking at this, and you notice that it is a panel in the wall, a 10 foot by 10 foot panel sort of thing. And you're sort of trying to figure out how to move this thing. When you notice that there is actually a brick down by the bottom right, which you can sort of put your foot into, and then you think that will unlock it and it will be able to slide.
Okay.
Well, don't touch it just yet. Just let us get into position and open it up, and hopefully there's no one in there waiting for us.
I doubt there's somebody in there. It could just be a heat source. Like, it could be like an underground volcano or something.
Better safe than sorry. I'll just stand in front of the opening, sword and shield out.
If it is a volcano, do we have a virgin in this party that we could possibly sacrifice?
Turn around and look at Chuck.
I mean, again, he is distracted talking to himself. So unless you get his intention somehow, you're not going to get much from looking at him.
No, that's all right.
I mean, it's a little metagamey, but I mean, your character will be able to see that he's not looking in your direction.
Oh no, I wasn't looking at you to get your attention. I was looking at you to imply something. But that's all right.
And you
Oh,
sort of answer
you
that.
utterly fail to imply anything because he's not even looking in your direction.
Oh no, it's all right. It wasn't you that I was aiming the implication to.
Yeah.
But I
sorry, go.
no, I was just going to say I invite Baracus to come up and get ready with me.
Just before we move forward, Thistle, that backpack you picked up has a moldy bedroll, a water skin, 2 torches, a mess kit, and I'm assuming you threw out the rotting rations.
Yeah, I don't need them.
Yeah, and someone
And
else
they're
took the
rotting.
shot
I don't
real
think
quick.
it. Yeah.
So you guys are lining up in front of this panel, which you found out is some sort of secret door.
Yep, I
Mm-hmm.
might call over my shoulder, Chuck. Oi, Chuck. We found something. We're gonna go through.
Oh.
You might want to come with.
And then he shakes his head and he like gets up and he like walks over. Are we sure we want to be close to it?
Oh, you don't have to be right next to it with us. You can be a little bit further back if you want.
Yeah, I'm definitely standing a little bit back. I mean, this party has a history of setting off stuff.
Okay, so who is going to open the door?
I mean, you can
Well,
do the
I'm the
honors
one
if you want.
closest to it.
Okay. So you're all sort of lined up, but Chuck, you've got Chuck's attention now, but he's still standing a ways, and the other Brax and Callum is standing pretty close. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And you open the door. What are you doing as far as light source? Because this I can't see right now in this current form. Have you got a
Yeah,
torch
she
or something?
can't. Yeah, I'll have a torch up since I lost my spider form.
Yeah, let's just say you lit up one of like the half-done torches that was on the ground anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So you open the door? Yes.
Yeah, I guess I'm the one closest to it.
Okay. As you open the door, you are actually sort of immediately, sort of somewhat taken aback by the amount of light coming from this room, and there is significant heat coming from it as well. It's not unbearable heat, but it is quite warm. As you stand in, immediately you notice a short hallway, and you notice two more suits of armor at the end of this hallway, which is about 40 feet. And then you notice like a strong flickering light and heat coming from that room. If you look beyond, you can, right at the edge of your vision, you can see a rusty anvil, and sort of bits of metal on the ground. Some scraps of metal.
Great. More of these.
But not
bastards.
insanely, not a huge amount of scraps of metal, to be fair.
It looks like. Well, I asked them. Does it look like it's more of those guys?
Yeah, there's a couple more. It looks like them. Do you want to lead the way, or do you want me to?
I think we just
Oh,
did what we
it'd
were
probably
going to do
be-
last time. Fire from a distance and let them come to us.
Okay.
I mean, you're about 40 feet away from them right now. What would you like to do?
Let's back up. What's your guys' ranges?
All your vision caps out at 60 feet. After that, you can't see them anymore. Except for you, except for Thistle and Callum, who's worse. Unless you leave a torch there or something, so there is some light.
I'll probably leave a torch. Sounds like me.
Okay, you can leave a torch by the... Actually, there is light coming from the room, actually. You can see them.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That sounded really weird.
Should we just use the same initiative as before? Or do you guys want to re-roll?
I don't mind either way.
Let's keep it the same as before then. For simplicity.
Does it look, from the distance that we can see, it's only 60 feet, does it look like a closed off room, or does it kind of disappear off into the darkness?
It disappears off into the darkness. Actually, no, it's lit. You can see more room. Because of the light, you can see a second anvil in the room, beyond which you can see some sort of figure, but it's completely motionless, sort of standing off in a little bit, and you can see some more stuff in light. The whole room isn't basked in light, though. Whatever light source there doesn't seem to be capturing the whole room. But you do see two rusty anvils in there, and some other stuff beyond. But it does keep on going even beyond the light source and into the darkness.
Okay, before we do what I think everyone's I think of doing, Thistle, when you did that scout before, what did you see? Are there areas that we can kind of go into or investigate further? Or is it all closed off rooms that you saw? And this is the only way forward?
I think this is the only way forward, because one of the routes that I took us back to that small little rocky beach encampment from when we went for that swim, and the other way was the way that we went.
There's another way forward. You noticed another way forward. If you take the only other southern tunnel you knew of, it did eventually lead eastward.
I was gonna say, do you really think that?
So
So
there
what do
you
we
do
do?
have
So there's
you
one?
have there are 2 ways forward.
Yeah.
Okay, 2.
But this one does look interesting, or sound interesting to me.
If they've got so many of these animated beings, they must be protecting something important, and well, I think that's way more interesting.
Well, you guys go to as far as you can shoot at, and then I'll stand in front of you and get ready. Actually, I might even take a pot shot myself, even though it'd be pretty bad.
There'll be every chance that we're doing this fight face to face, whether we start it arranged. So we've got 2 for interesting. Look over to Chuck. Doesn't look like Tweak or Candle are coming back anytime soon. Chuck, you've been a bit quiet back there. Got anything, any thoughts? Do you want to go forward?
I'll let you go first.
I thought you might say that.
I'll tell you what, let's roll a new initiative and see what happens. Just try to get through this one quick though.
20.
And looks like unanimously we're going forward. Let's do it.
15.
18.
Brackus.
17.
Oh,
That's what
nice.
I needed.
You guys did well on your initiative that time. So you'll essentially, they rolled pretty well too, but you'll essentially have 2 full rounds before they do anything.
I think we're gonna need it. Well,
So Callum's up first. So are you sort of at the edge of this tunnel sort of thing? Like, so they'd be about 40 feet away from you?
Well, I'm going as far back as those guys were going. I didn't know if they went further.
Yeah.
Chuck's definitely the furthest back.
Well, how far did you go, Baracus?
I didn't really go in. I mean, I was side by side, and I think Thistle, by memory, was kind of doing all the front moves, opening the door and stuff. So I'd be behind her.
But you all moved back, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I thought. We were just going
You
to
can
move
essentially
back
get
and
to
fire
your you can get to like 100-foot range if you really want with these things now. Because you've got the 40-footer tunnel in this room and then the whole room. It's a very straight line because of the tunnel at the end. But yeah.
Like, I would actually start walking that way before the combat, I guess, and just say, look, let's shoot from back here. Gives us more time to shoot them while they run.
I'll go back
Alright.
as far as I can before it seems silly, knowing that there might possibly be a kind of snake crawly thing at our backs.
We can hope the DM's not that mean. So I will take the shot. It's at disadvantage in theory.
Straight roll.
But yeah, cool. I thought so.
Can't see you, you can't see it. You're just sort of flying, you're just sort of sending a bolt down a tunnel that you know is there.
And yeah, it just flies into nothingness.
Yeah, just ricocheting off the tunnel as it gets thin there. Thistle.
I'm going to cast Chill Touch on one of them.
Okay. Roll to hit.
What's the range of that?
120.
120.
Nice.
Very good.
17?
Just misses.
Okay.
Baracus.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 120 range as well. Focus blast, but I only rolled 9.
That misses. Chuck. You gonna send a firebolt out?
I can't see anything though.
You can see these 2 statues. They're in the light, so you can be about 100 feet away because of that.
Okay.
You have advantage. Oh, you all have advantage. Fuck.
Yeah, that doesn't help me. 15.
Thistle and Brackus re-roll with if you didn't roll with advantage.
So much better.
Not much better.
So much better. I rolled 19, so I'll just. It's 3 points damage.
3. And you Thistle, did you do better?
Yeah, I did 18.
Yeah, that hits.
And that's 6 damage.
Okay, and that was your surprise round. Callum, you're up.
Should be coming soon.
Yep, so I will take one more shot. Ooh, that 19, so
That hits.
plus, yeah, sweet. 10 damage.
With the bow, with the sling.
No, I'm using the bow that I've just picked up.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, Thistle.
I will chill touch it again.
Okay.
Got a nat 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
So, and that's only and that's 7 damage.
Do you want to know the sad thing is? That's our first one of the night. We usually roll like 30.
But
Yeah, it was ridiculous last time, wasn't it?
Butch
It
isn't here,
was.
so
That's what it is.
Nat King. The
Stop
Nat
sitting
King
it.
is out of the building.
he definitely has the record. Okay, Baracus, you got advantage still. They can't see you.
Whoa, talk about nat 20s. Just rolled one for myself.
All right, nice.
So I'll roll that 10 once more. Oh, that is good. All right, so 8 all told.
8 all up. Cool. Chuck.
Yeah, I mean, what else am I gonna do?
What else is you're all doing? This is the good strategic option for this fight. It's boring, but it's strategic.
Fair enough, but like, I mean, I have limited skill set. Is it still advantage?
Yep.
19.
Hits.
8 fire damage. Finally, 6
Yeah.
damage.
Cool. They start charging up to you, and they basically run down the tunnel towards you in unison. And they are 50 feet away from you now. Callum.
Okay,
Well,
so
I'm gonna move back.
That happened. Oh, you wanted to move, but you wouldn't be able to see them that time. But you could move back. But that
Yeah.
happened. That happened. They advanced after your turn.
Oh, I would fire and move back. That's what I
Okay.
mean.
That's fine. Callum.
hearing them come closer, I'll place the bow on the ground and get out the sword and get my shield on proper and just get ready.
Okay.
I'll probably move just a little bit ahead of these guys, so I'm more of a target for them.
Yep. They're still 50 feet away from you, though. Like the
Perfect.
group. Thistle.
I'm gonna react my Halo with spores.
They are 50 feet away from you. Is that within range?
No, not yet. But I'm just getting that ready, and I'm gonna chill touch it. Chill touch them again.
Okay.
Is a 16 hit?
No, it does not, unfortunately.
Bugger. Oh well.
She'd have advantage.
Yeah, you would have advantage.
Still got advantage. Sweet. Suck. It did worse.
That happens. Baragus.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to do anything with your movement or bonus action?
Stay where I am.
Baragus.
Did you call him action in that, or was it action to dodge?
Action put on a shield.
Yeah.
You stuck on a shield, did you? Yes. Good move. All right, so I saw that happen. Strapping on the shield. I know what that means. So, yeah, 50 away. I'm going to. Are they kind of them moving up shoulder to shoulder, side by side? 50.
Yep. Just advancing on whatever what these things that they can't see that are attacking them.
They're going to be hard to flank.
For now.
You could get one more volley off anyways.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. I'm going to kind of pan around, still keeping distance, kind of prepping for a flank if I can drop one, and I'll just send off a volley.
Okay.
Um,
You could sort of start moving around the stage, so
Yeah.
you would eventually be able to fight. It would probably take 3 more rounds though, or 2. Maybe 2, or maybe 3.
Yeah, through distance sounds good. I'll do that. Yeah, so 21 to hit, so
Hits.
big damage. 9.
Assume, yeah, one of them actually goes down at this point.
Oh, great.
And you're taking movement, Chuck.
Yep.
You can see it at the moment because Thistle dropped the torch basically at the outside of where they were going to come out. So you have advantage to hit.
Yeah, sorry, no, it does not hit.
No hit. No hit. No hit for
I got a
Chuck.
4. I rolled a 4 and a 3. Like I am like, I'm
Not
just
gonna do it.
bad at aiming. Like this is just a teenager who has no freaking clue what he's doing.
These things have a lot of armor as well. So, Callum. So it's about 40 feet away from you right now, I would say.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just stand my ground, try and get in between them and the other people, and take the dodge action.
Yep. Thistle.
I'm just gonna chill touch him again.
Yep. Still with advantage.
Alright. Oh. 16 both times. I suck.
Is that on the dice or total?
That's on the dice both times.
That should hit.
Oh, okay. And that's
You add your
5.
pluses to that, so.
Yeah, I know. I just rolled bad.
16 on the dice is rolling good.
Yeah, I could be rolling better, but anyways, that's 5 necrotic damage.
5 necrotic. Okay. Baracus.
Right, so we're broken from the group a bit, so now the armor has to decide who to attack.
Wait a second. Did I forget to take the armor's turn? I totally did. It would have charged up to Callum. But it would have taken the full dash to get there.
Oh yeah, okay. And then that's where I started dodging. That makes more sense.
Yeah. I think so.
No, that sounds right. I'm pretty sure that.
When you dodging still makes sense. Okay, so Baracus, what would you like to do?
Yeah, well, in that case, yeah, I will wheel around and close to that flank.
Yeah, I'll say that you can.
Cool.
Might be giving you an extra little bit of movement, but it should be...
Well, that helped because 21 to hit and 8 to damage.
8 damage. Chuck.
I feel like I should just give up on trying to shoot these people.
Oh, don't give up.
You can do it.
You're useful.
17.
Can I give him guidance?
Not on
No.
this. 17 total or on the dice?
No, 17 total.
Just misses.
Ah,
Just.
We need to get you new dice.
It's a damn computer.
I'm not getting you a new computer.
You already agreed.
It's the armor's turn, and now that it's flanked, it basically just puts out its arm and just does a big spin and tries to hit both of you. That's a 22 for Baracus and a 21 for Callum. So you both get
Was that with
3.
disadvantage?
Was that?
Was that with disadvantage?
No, it wasn't disadvantage. It misses you. So it's about to miss you, and you just duck under. So that's 3 damage to Baracus.
okay.
Callum.
I'll just say to Baracus, after you hit, come next to me. And then I'll just take a swing. Oh, yeah, I'll take a swing with advantage.
Yep.
Just hit, I think, 19.
Yep, 19 hits.
Of 9 damage total.
9 damage, big hit. Still.
How far away from us are they again?
It's probably only about 20 feet from you now.
Alright, well, I'll just chill touch it again.
Okay, no advantage.
Oh, good. So probably well. 24!
Hits.
5 necrotic damage.
The court. Baracus.
Yep, 19 to hit and 11 to kill.
Big hit. Cool.
And then I will I'll go close up that wall next to Callum, trying to block off the ranged.
Cool. Chuck. You still have advantage because you moved away.
Will that make a difference or will it not?
But it would have half cover because Baracus and Callum are in the way.
20.
It's just
Hooray.
a firebolt goes just over Baracus and Callum's shoulder and launches this thing in the head.
And it takes 9 damage, so it does get it in the head.
9 damage. Yes, good. And
Great track.
then it's basically just going to try to slam forward into both Baracus and Chuck Callum at the same time. That's an 18 for Baracus, an 11 for Callum, so that's going to miss.
And I'll
I keep
intercept.
copying it.
4 damage for Baracus.
I think that's going to be intercepted.
8 plus 2, so 10 minus 10. So does that make it
So
mean
0.
heal 6?
No, that's not
I mean,
how
I
it
will
works.
take it. Like, if it's your decision.
Bugger.
It's not how it works, unfortunately. Callum.
Okay, I'll wheel around again and just get in the flank.
God, I needed it too.
I nod to Baracus and say, yes, this will work. That'd be a 22 to hit,
Hits.
and only 6 damage total.
Damage is enough to
Yeah.
finish this thing off. How would you like to do that?
Well, I just think I'll separate the helmet from the rest of the armor with a nice slicer.
Up top.
Nice slice and dice. Cool. Yeah, that's it. We're out of initiative with that. And the path into this secret room is clear. And I believe that's where we will end this episode of the Higher Lows podcast. And we'll figure out what lies beyond this secret door next time.
That's it for this episode of the Higher Lows podcast. If you'd like to get in touch, you can find us on Twitter at Higher Lows with underscores between the words, or you can find me at Feepster.
Thanks for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed listening, please leave us a 5-star rating and review, which is one of the best ways you can support us. You can also join the discussion on our Reddit and Facebook pages, or even our Discord server, and maybe play some games with us. Links can be found in the description below. Special thanks to Sirenscape for the background audio and Alex McPherson for providing the opening theme. I hope you can all join us next time as we continue on our adventure.